From Spring Hill College in Mobile, Alabama, the Southern State Showcase is just around the corner. John Nelson alongside Heather Kirksey, and we got a lot of traveling to do.
We absolutely do. You know, the conference championships just wrapped up in Mississippi. We'll have a complete recap for you. We'll, of course, profile this beautiful campus at Spring Hill, and we're going to head down to Loyola to talk about some volleyball players with NFL dads. The showcase gets started right now.
The Southern State Showcase on Sports South is brought to you by Musco Lighting, Mississippi Gulf Coast, One Path Systems, and National Management Resources.
From Spring Hill College in Mobile, Alabama, the Southern State Showcase is now underway. John Nelson alongside Heather Kirksey. And before we go any further, Heather, just some notes here on Spring Hill College. It's the third oldest Jesuit college in the United States, only behind Georgetown and St. Louis University when it comes to age. 1869 was when it started, and it is a treat to be here in Mobile.
It is a treat. It's a little windy, as you can tell, but it's a beautiful campus, a lot of rich history here, a lot of things we will get to share with you in the next half hour.
And we get to spend this entire show along the Gulf Coast, and our first stop is one state over.
Absolutely. You know, we had a lot of championships just conclude over in Mississippi. Volleyball, soccer, and cross country all wrapped up. We had a lot of teams that did very well. A lot of stuff to remember, though. We're going to recap all of the championships for you right now.
Conference championships. It's the time of year where every athlete puts it all on the line. The event started at the Choctaw Trails in Clinton, Mississippi to award titles in cross country. The shorter men and women finished first in both categories, thus earning spots in the NAIA National Championships in Vancouver, Washington. The shorter women were led by Sarah Massey, who finished with a time of 18 minutes, 14.17 seconds in the 5K race. The Lady Hawks had 3 runners in the top 10. Lee came in second place, also earning a trip to nationals. The Flames had 3 top 10 finishers, including Maggie Opelt, who was the individual champion. Southern Wesleyan finished third. The shorter men took the top 4 spots in the 8K race, followed by Emmanuel and Lee. The Flames had 2 top 10 finishers, while the Lions had 3. The top 10 from both the men's and women's groups made up the SSAC All-Conference team. As the cross-country finals wrapped up, things were just getting started on the Mississippi Gulf Coast. Volleyball and soccer began competing in the ships in the port. An outstanding season of volleyball concluded when previously undefeated Spring Hill took on Lee. The nationally ranked squads took it to 4 sets, and the Lady Flames won the match, giving them a national tournament opening round bye. Spring Hill received an at-large bid in the big dance, and the volleyball championships will be played in Sioux City, Iowa. Meanwhile, on the pitch, the Lee women's soccer team recorded its 10th consecutive SSAC tournament title with a 2-0 win over Mobile. The Lady Flames also claimed the regular season championship with a perfect 12-0 record. Both Lee and Mobile received automatic bids to the national tournament. Lee earned a number 3 seed nationally as it looks to clinch its 4th straight crown. And on the men's side, Southern Poly took a shootout win over AUM to claim the conference championship. The match was tied at 2 at the end of regulation and went to a scoreless double overtime. Southern Poly and Mobile both received automatic bids to the NAIA tournament after winning the SSAC tournament and the regular season titles. Belhaven and William Carey also earned at-large bids.
And we'd like to thank everyone on the Gulf Coast and in Clinton, Mississippi at the Choctaw Trails for hosting wonderful championships this year. We're very excited to see how everyone fares in the national championship.
No doubt about that. That is it for the A block. We come back for the B. We head to New Orleans to catch you up with what's going on at Loyola University with a pedigree that starts in the NFL. The showcase continues after this.
On the Mississippi Gulf Coast, the fish are still biting. Our casinos are as exciting as ever, with 24-hour gaming and top-name entertainment. Our golf courses are open for play, and our seafood is as fresh as ever. There's plenty of fun for you and your family, and we welcome you with open arms. The Mississippi Gulf Coast, open for business, open for you. Book your visit today.
From Little League to the big leagues, Musco specializes in sports lighting around the world. Musco's light structure green sports lighting cuts operating costs in half with less energy use, cuts spill light by half, provides guaranteed constant light levels, and includes a 25-year warranty. For your budget, for the environment, Musco Lighting. We make it happen.
There's a call to be answered. The spirit of competition is still alive inside. The desire still drives. The phrase student athlete has a great ring to it. Lasting friendships are ready to be made. You just want to keep playing. Game on. Get in the game at playnaia.org.
How do students decide which college or university to attend? Of course, it's based on your reputation, but their first impression of your campus is so important. How do you make that first impression count? By making sure every detail is attended to, with manicured grounds, immaculate maintained buildings, and a welcoming feeling throughout campus. National Management Resources Corporation provides exceptional facilities management services. We make sure that first impression is picture perfect.
The number one can make or break a great game. One hit.
And it's going back. It is out of here.
One goal. One shot. 1 second. When it comes to technology solutions, excellence is defined by one. One Path, competitively connected. One Path is proud to be the sponsor of excellence for the Southern States Athletic Conference.
If you're a fan of the Southern States Athletic Conference, then bookmark SSACsports.com. Visit daily for the latest results, news, standings, and webcasts. Follow your favorite teams and conference at SSACsports.com.
From Spring Hill College in Mobile, welcome to the B Block here in the Southern States Showcase. And Heather, we're at one of the higher points here on campus, a very picturesque view of Mobile on a clear day. And in the 19th century, you can actually see who's coming in on the Gulf if you're in the armed services. A very, very cool spot. But let's go to another cool spot in the Gulf for our next story.
We're going to head to Loyola, where two women on the volleyball team have dads that used to play in the NFL. That's kind of hard to believe. Maybe one, but two women on the same team at the same time. That's pretty incredible. Chris Brenneman has more now on how Kelsey Wood and Tiffany Walker grew up with NFL dads.
The transition from high school senior to college freshman can be quite the daunting task for some students, especially when their college is in a new state. Times like that can make the world seem quite large, but for Loyola University New Orleans freshman volleyball player Tiffany Walker, a conversation over lunch at orientation made the world shrink. The middle blocker found that one of her new teammates, fellow freshman Kelsey Wood, came from a similar pedigree. Both players' fathers are NFL alumni. Tiffany's father, Tim Walker, played for the Houston Oilers and Minnesota Vikings after an All-American career at the University of Houston, while Tony Wood played at Tulane University before a pro career with the Seattle Seahawks, Houston Oilers, and Indianapolis Colts.
Football came up because her dad played at Tulane, and I went on to tell her that my dad played at U of H. And then we went to the NFL and like how they both played there. And it was like one of those really weird moments. Like it makes you realize that the world is so small. And then we found out we were roommates. So, and then our families met. And I think our dads have probably played each other 1 or 2 times in college and in the NFL. So it's just one of those crazy things that you tell people, like major coincidence.
We don't talk about it that much, but it's definitely something cool that like we can say like we have that bond together because, I mean, we're also roommates, so it's really awesome to be able to have like our families get together and they mesh so well because we do have similar backgrounds.
While Wood isn't taking the exact same path her father did to becoming a collegiate athlete, the self-proclaimed tomboy gave it a try.
I actually remember at Wood Lake Playground, my dad was the Pee Wee football coach, and I used to try to sneak out there and dress up like one of the boys, and like so I could play, and he'd always catch me.
Kelsey was a cheerleader, and then she decided she wanted to play all the sports the boys could play. And so I would have to watch because she would sneak into the locker room, grab a helmet. She would come out on the field. She didn't quite understand that, you know, boys were to play one sport.
Kelsey eventually did give up the football helmet for good and turned her attention to volleyball with the desire of becoming a collegiate athlete. Both Kelsey and Tiffany say their fathers have been among the greatest teachers of the sport of volleyball, even though neither has a background in the sport.
I feel like he's the knower of all knowledge when it comes to sports. Like when I brought up volleyball, he immediately started looking into things like to figure out how he could help me to, you know, get what I want out of volleyball and everything, and he's just thrown himself in it as much as I've thrown myself into it. So he's really been like a really good support system. He's always been like my #1 fan.
It's not like I could have gone out for the football team and like played, so he had to, it was like a learning process for us both, because volleyball is like something we didn't really hear a lot about until junior high or so. So he's been learning while I've been learning, and he's actually taught me things, so he's been really supportive.
The drive to compete comes naturally for Kelsey and Tiffany, but the pair hasn't relied solely on their genes to become great on the court.
The expectations are there that they want to do well, but what's great is they also have the understanding of the work that needs to go in to achieve that success. They don't come in just expecting it because it's going to happen. They go out and they know they have to do the work.
I have big shoes to fill, but it's never been one of those things where I feel like I'm forced to like excel or do great just because, you know, of who my dad is. But it definitely like helps to push you, even, you know, those times when you just think you don't want to do it anymore. But as hard as our dads worked and like as far as athletics brought them, it just makes you want to go that much harder.
For the Southern State Showcase, I'm Chris Brenneman.
Can you imagine how absolutely competitive it must be around those households? I can't imagine having a pro football dad watch me play. I would be intimidated all the time.
Well, it was competitive in my house, but not that competitive, so it's good to see what Chris is letting us know what they are going through.
Absolutely.
Chris, nicely done. We come back, it will be the C block. Our third story will let you know what's going on here at Spring Hill College in Mobile as the showcase continues after this.
There's a call to be answered. The spirit of competition is still alive inside. The desire still drives. The phrase student athlete has a great ring to it. Lasting friendships are ready to be made. You just want to keep playing. Game on. Learn more at NAIA.org.
From Little League to the big leagues, Musco specializes in sports lighting around the world. Musco's light structure green sports lighting cuts operating costs in half with less energy use, cuts spill light by half, provides guaranteed constant light levels, and includes a 25-year warranty. For your budget, for the environment, Musco Lighting. We make it happen.
How do students decide which college or university to attend? Of course, it's based on your reputation, but their first impression of your campus is so important. How do you make that first impression count? By making sure every detail is attended to, with manicured grounds, immaculate maintained buildings, and a welcoming feeling throughout campus. National Management Resources Corporation provides exceptional facilities management services. We make sure that first impression is picture perfect.
The number one can make or break a great game. One hit.
And it's going back. It is out of here.
One goal. One shot. 1 second. When it comes to technology solutions, excellence is defined by one. One Path, competitively connected. One Path is proud to be the sponsor of excellence for the Southern States Athletic Conference.
On the Mississippi Gulf Coast, the fish are still biting. Our casinos are as exciting as ever, with 24-hour gaming and top-name entertainment. Our golf courses are open for play, and our seafood is as fresh as ever. There's plenty of fun for you and your family, and we welcome you with open arms. The Mississippi Gulf Coast, open for business, open for you. Book your visit today.
If you're a fan of the Southern States Athletic Conference, then bookmark SSACsports.com. Visit daily for the latest results, news, standings, and webcasts. Follow your favorite teams and conference at SSACsports.com.
The sign says at least, but there's a sign of change because of foul balls, actually. There are offices lined up right here against this first base line, and they are now, the windows are plexiglass because foul balls have gotten the best of them over the years, and they had to rectify that situation somehow. This is actually the first facility inducted into the Mobile Sports Hall of Fame. That happened this year, and this is thought to be by many the oldest on-campus baseball field. They've been playing here since 1889. Hank Aaron has practiced here. Babe Ruth and the Yankees have played here. So many wonderful memories and so much rich history just at this field.
And there's a lot more rich history here on campus. Here's your look at Spring Hill College.
With a mix of old school charm and 21st century ideas, Spring Hill College is moving in a direction that keeps both the old and the new together as part of the progress. And the gentleman in charge of the progress has another year of learning and exploration under his belt, having taken the position in 2010. Father Richard Salmi, president of Spring Hill College.
You know, it's nice not to be the new kid on the block, and so that's been helpful. Certainly, it's also nice to walk around the campus and be able to recognize many more people, have a better feel for who the folks are who make up our campus community. We have a lot of great plans. Of course, being here another year means a little more planning on my part, being able to have a better feel for where the college needs to grow and how we need to continue to improve. But we'll work on it.
And as part of the growth of Spring Hill, there have been recent accolades that have put this Mobile campus on the map when it comes to having students excel in the classroom and in turn excel in the community as they're on their way to graduating and becoming a key part of society.
U.S. News and World Report ranks the colleges that are A-plus schools for B students. And it sounds a little odd at first, but it's very important to us because we believe that if you don't have to be an academic superstar to do well at Spring Hill. If you come and you're willing to work hard, this is the kind of environment that we're going to help that B student excel. We're going to help you reach your full potential. And hopefully we do that not only in the classroom, but in all the other endeavors that we take on. But I think Spring Hill is a great place for that average student, not your superstar, the average student who then comes here and becomes way above average.
Add to that the Jesuit Catholic approach of the Cura Personalis, the 4-century-old tradition of excellence in education and commitment to caring for the whole person, mind, body, and spirit. The school continues to expand to meet the needs of a growing student population with a new library, IT center, and 3 new residence halls. Over the last 12 years, the school has invested over $100 million in capital improvements, all this to carry out the ideals of what the school hopes grads carry with them.
If the world is just about you, you're in the wrong place. Go find another school. And our whole notion of service comes from our Ignatian Jesuit heritage that talks about us being servants and using our education, using our talents to make the world a better place. St. Ignatius told his men, and we tell our students, go out and set the world on fire. We really want you to go out and make a splash, do something, and use your education to make a difference in the world.
And that thought carries from academics into the athletic successes as well.
You'll hear oftentimes people talking about mind, body, spirit, talking about we need to care for the entire person. And so it's really where athletics fits in my mind, that we don't just worry about the mind, but we want to make sure that people are healthy in their bodies as well. And our athletic program certainly helps us in that regard.
We really view athletics here as a part of the whole educational process. Obviously, our Cura Personalis philosophy with Jesuit education is a big part of what we do in athletics as well. We really strive to get our kids involved in the service aspect of it right away. And then we hope that throughout the course of each season, issues of sportsmanship and integrity, honesty, and respect, and those kind of things, that there's going to be natural teachable moments that our coaches will be able to take advantage of with our student athletes. And I really believe that we've got a tremendous coaching staff that really understands that and values that. They all want to be at a school like this, and they want to be a part of that. And so they really take a lot of ownership of the Champions of Character program with their student athletes and do a great job of implementing some of those things in a specific way on a daily basis.
The school participates in 13 sports since 1979. The school has produced 57 All-Americans and 91 scholar athletes. Soccer and volleyball have had stellar seasons on the field and off this past year. It's all part of a bigger plan and an approach to eventually have the athletic department have the athletes themselves make sure the successes continue long-term in every sport, not just what we see every week indoors and out in the Southern States Athletic Conference.
I think there's just a lot of exciting things going on our campus as a whole right now, and athletics is one piece of that. We're thrilled about our volleyball team getting to host a national championship tournament game for the first time ever this Saturday. And I know our student body went to the conference tournament and really had a fun time and made it a great environment. And that's just good for the college, and it's good for the SSAC. We get 2 teams in the national tournament, and hopefully both of us are at the national site in Iowa. We've got a great conference. This is a tremendous conference in terms of the competitive level of the schools on a daily basis that we have to face. And we enjoy being in this conference and think it's just one of the preeminent small college conferences in the country, no matter what the letters in front of it are.
And that is your update on what's going on here at Spring Hill. Heather, and for interest in equal time, they say the left field line is 3:23. For me, that's about a sandwich.
Not so much for me, that's my driver, but we should go play 18 while we're here.
Just outside the outfield fence, by the way, the Spring Hill Golf Course. Looking forward to that, too.
Absolutely beautiful. Well, our time here at Spring Hill is almost up, but we do have some more to share with you, so stay with us. The showcase continues right after this.
There's a call to be answered. The spirit of competition is still alive inside. The desire still drives. The phrase student athlete has a great ring to it. Lasting friendships are ready to be made. You just want to keep playing. Game on. Get in the game at playnaia.org.
From Little League to the big leagues, Musco specializes in sports lighting around the world. Musco's light structure green sports lighting cuts operating costs in half with less energy use, cuts spill light by half, provides guaranteed constant light levels, and includes a 25-year warranty. For your budget, for the environment, Musco Lighting. We make it happen.
The number 1 can make or break a great game. 1 hit.
And it's going back. It is out of here.
1 goal. 1 shot. 1 second. When it comes to technology solutions, excellence is defined by 1. 1 Path, competitively connected. 1 Path is proud to be the sponsor of excellence for the Southern States Athletic Conference.
How do students decide which college or university to attend? Of course, it's based on your reputation, but their first impression of your campus is so important. How do you make that first impression count? By making sure every detail is attended to, with manicured grounds, immaculate maintained buildings, and a welcoming feeling throughout campus. National Management Resources Corporation provides exceptional facilities management services. We make sure that first impression is picture perfect.
On the Mississippi Gulf Coast, the fish are still biting. Our casinos are as exciting as ever, with 24-hour gaming and top-name entertainment. Our golf courses are open for play, and our seafood is as fresh as ever. There's plenty of fun for you and your family, and we welcome you with open arms. The Mississippi Gulf Coast, open for business, open for you. Book your visit today.
If you're a fan of the Southern States Athletic Conference, then bookmark SSACsports.com. Visit daily for the latest results, news, standings, and webcasts. Follow your favorite teams and conference at SSACsports.com.
Welcome back, D-Block on the Southern States Showcase. We're inside the Outlaw Rec Center here at Spring Hill College in Mobile. They kind of pushed us to the corner.
I think we actually moved it to accommodate them, but the Badger volleyball team is getting in a quick workout and practice as they play in the postseason, so looking sharp and wishing them well.
No doubt about it. Where are we heading next week?
Not too far, actually. Up I-65 a ways to the University of Mobile. We'll take a look at what the Rams are doing this year. And John, we have a great story on Coach Pop out of Shorter University. No, not actually a coach, but he's related to one, the men's basketball coach, and he's on the bench for all of the games. He's inspiring those student athletes in a wonderful way. We'll introduce you to Coach Pop next week.
Good to see Chad and Coach Pop on the sidelines at the Winthrop King Center. For Heather Kirksey, I'm John Nelson saying play safe, everybody. We'll see you next week as we say goodbye from Spring Hill College.
If you're a fan of the Southern States Athletic Conference, then bookmark SSACsports.com. Visit daily for the latest results, news, standings, and webcasts. Follow your favorite teams and conference at SSACsports.com.
On the Mississippi Gulf Coast, the fish are still biting. Our casinos are as exciting as ever, with 24-hour gaming and top-name entertainment. Our golf courses are open for play, and our seafood is as fresh as ever. There's plenty of fun for you and your family, and we welcome you with open arms. The Mississippi Gulf Coast, open for business, open for you. Book your visit today.
From Little League to the big leagues, Musco specializes in sports lighting around the world. Musco's light structure green sports lighting cuts operating costs in half with less energy use, cuts spill light by half, provides guaranteed constant light levels, and includes a 25-year warranty. For your budget, for the environment, Musco Lighting. We make it happen.
The number one can make or break a great game. One hit.
And it's going back. It is out of here.
One goal. One shot. 1 second. When it comes to technology solutions, excellence is defined by one. One Path, competitively connected. One Path is proud to be the sponsor of excellence for the Southern States Athletic Conference.
How do students decide which college or university to attend? Of course, it's based on your reputation, but their first impression of your campus is so important. How do you make that first impression count? By making sure every detail is attended to, with manicured grounds, immaculate maintained buildings, and a welcoming feeling throughout campus. National Management Resources Corporation provides exceptional facilities management services. We make sure that first impression is picture perfect.
At a time when sports are heading in the wrong direction, The NAIA is changing the culture of sport. Through the Champions of Character program, with the support of Buffalo Funds, our college students are learning character traits that change behaviors, and they're bringing the message to coaches, parents, and teams nationwide. Visit NAIA.org and learn how your team can become champions of character.